Well, what up, heathens? Now, since I came to you last Friday, there's a lot of new heathens that are out there this week. And especially since the last time that I did this particular pastor.
Hey guys, Pastor Greg Locke here. So often people ask me the question, what if you're wrong about God?
Oh, really, Pastor? Do you get that asked a lot? Do you get it asked so much that you gotta make videos on it twice in a year? Twice in one fucking year? You gotta make 2 separate goddamn videos? You couldn't just share your previous video? You had to make a second one?
Pastor Greg Locke here. I was pondering something this morning because I am asked this question an awful lot. And it sounds something like this. What if you're wrong about God?
Like I said, what up, heathens? I'm so glad that you're able to join me today. We're going to be delving into Pastor Locke here, so I hope that you will strap on your fallacy hat, because I'm going to be explaining to you exactly how fuckered the logic is in this video.
Hey guys, Pastor Greg Locke here. So often people ask me the question, what if you're wrong about God?
You know, Pastor Locke, I have to say that is a really good question for anybody that believes in God. You know, what if you're wrong about God? I mean, what if I'm wrong about not believing in God? It's a fair question, I will say. I think that everybody should examine their beliefs periodically. That's why religion, to me, is very interesting. Keeping up with, everything that's going on in our world, keeping up with the latest theological arguments, seeing if there's anything that really will challenge me and get me to believe in higher power, I feel is, something that I should really do for myself. So that's why I look into these things quite often. But let's get into your fuckery here in a second.
What if you're wrong about the Bible? What if there is no heaven or hell? What if you spend the entirety of your life living out and believing a lie? Well, let me explain it like this.
Please do, Pastor Locke. I mean, it's not like I haven't went through this all before.
What if you're wrong?
But please, let's just go through Pascal's wager one more time, shall we?
If I am absolutely positively wrong about my faith in the gospel of Jesus Christ, and if you are correct that there is no heaven or hell, that there is no God with whom we have to be responsible and accountable to one day, then at the end of the day, when I die, I haven't lost one single thing. I've just believed something that helped me through life have hope and joy.
Really, though? Is it really that? If you believe and devote your life to God and you're wrong, haven't you just wasted your life believing and devoting yourself to that? I mean, I get that you've devoted your life and that has made you happy. And, I can't knock somebody for making themselves happy, but I think that you could be doing something a bit more fulfilling with your life. This whole prospect of heaven really does diminish the value of life that we have here on earth. If you really think about it, if there's an eternity waiting for us after this life, then the value of this life is really pretty much close to zero. Like, if you really weighed it on a scale, if you thought about what infinity, like the value of infinity is, it's so insanely large that any finite amount would seem so close to zero that it's negligible. Any value that you could associate to your life right now, Pastor Locke, is basically nil. Whereas my life, how I value it, is immense. Like, it's incalculable how much I value my life, whereas it seems like you don't value yours.
But if you're wrong, and I'm right, and there is a heaven, there is a hell, there is the gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ, there is the truth of redemption and salvation, then when you die, you've lost everything.
Okay, no, I don't think so. Well, let's go under the assumption, though, that if I die and I'm wrong, that there actually is a God, then there's also a chance that you're wrong and that Yahweh, your particular version of Yahweh, is also not God. And so we're both in a pit of hell, as it were. If hell even exists, if heaven even exists. I mean, you don't even know if heaven exists at all. Because your version of Yahweh includes a heaven. What if the real version of Yahweh, whatever that might be, or the real version of any kind of deity out there, doesn't include a heaven, doesn't include a hell? What if the Roman gods or pagan gods or any of the other gods that have come before Yahweh or Allah? How shitty would that be for you to die and for me to die, get up there, and it's like, fuck, oh, there's Allah. Look, you can tell it's Allah because it's this God, and then there's Muhammad with 9-year-old Aisha right next to him. Holy fuck, we're fucked, dude. We're going to hell. You see what I'm getting at here?
So me believing as a Christian that Jesus is the only way to heaven, if that is correct, then you're in a heap of trouble with God when you die.
Okay, true. If you are indeed correct, then I guess, yeah, I would be in a quote-unquote heap of trouble if I die, because I'll be going to what Yahweh would determine is hell. That's only if you are correct. You see, Pastor Locke, there's a lot of different religions out there with a lot of different ideas as to what exactly is correct. So we don't know if you're correct, or if I'm correct, or if the Muslims are correct, or if the Jews are correct, or if the Buddhists are correct. We don't know who's correct. But I do know that it's incorrect for you to say that you're right and I'm wrong. Or, well, rather, you're right, everybody else is wrong.
If it's incorrect, that I've lost absolutely, positively nothing whatsoever.
False. You've lost absolutely, positively nothing is one of the possibilities. You could also go to hell. Because what if the Mormons got it right? Then you would still be going to hell. Or whatever the fuck they believe. You could still possibly go to hell. I mean, that's still on the table. That's part of the cards here.
Some people say, well, that's Pascal's wager.
Who? Saying it all sassy. Sorry. Hold on. Let's rewind it. Let me get all sassified here. Path to Locke. That is Pascal's wager.
And that's faulty logic, because what that does is that excludes all the other religions. Of course it does. I don't believe that Jesus is a way to heaven. I believe that Jesus is the one and only way to heaven.
Fuck. Shit, he found a way around my logic. God damn it. Wasn't for that pastor and those fucking kids. No, this doesn't get around the simple fact that the other religions exist and these other ideas exist, Pastor Locke. This is called a false dichotomy or a false dilemma, because you're creating a situation where it's either Christianity or it's atheism, or rather it's Christianity and it's everybody else. Like, it's either you're right or everybody else is wrong. So you can't do that, though. I mean, you can't exclude all these other religions and everything from the possibility of being right, because we don't know that you're right. You believe that you're right, but that doesn't make you right, Pastor. It just doesn't. And you can't just exclude others and proclaim that you're right and win the conversation. That's not how any of this works. Like, when I say, I mean like reality, logic, math. That's not how, like, what if I was doing math, right? And I did a math problem and like I just solved the portion of the problem that I wanted to. And the math teachers were like, well, you didn't finish this part of the problem. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I just sort of forgot about that part and I only solved the part that I could do. And that's the answer, though. You get an F there, little Locke. F for fuck off and learn more.
He's not one of many ways. He said in John 14:6, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no man comes to the Father but by me. So I believe that.
Okay. And, Luke, his father is Darth Vader, who is also now part of the Force. I believe that. You're not going to tell me differently. Vader is all around us.
If it's not true when I die, whoopee-dee. If it is true when you die, you're lost. You're condemned. You're doomed, damned, and depraved in your sins. So believing in Christianity as a truth, ladies and gentlemen, yes, it provides me hope both now and in the hereafter. And if I'm wrong, I've lost nothing. But if you're wrong, you better know something. You've lost everything.
No, I think that we both have an equal chance of being wrong here, because neither of us knows if we're actually right about what happens after we die. So I don't see either of us as being right or wrong. I see me as being agnostic about what happens after we die. I have my own thoughts about it, but I don't have anything conclusive. Personally, I like the idea of us just fading away and, not existing anymore. It puts a lot more value onto this life. Like I said before, if you really think about an eternity after this life, if you think about how large eternity is, infinity. In mathematics, if you put any size of a number over infinity, like in a fraction, you set it equal to 0. Because infinity is so large that no matter how big of a number that you put on top of it, it always goes to 0. Because it gets so big, it's negligible. No matter how high of a value I place on my life, the value of your life, as you see it, is actually negligible. You don't see any value to your life. I don't see how you can have any value to your life. While I have an immense value in my life. And I find that to be amazing. So no, I will keep this immense value that I have in my life. I will keep all of it, and I will push away that negligible value that you have for yours. So thank you, Pastor Locke, but I'll pass on having a negative amount of value in my life. Thank you guys for joining me today. I hope that you will subscribe to the channel here. I hope that you will share this out, and definitely check out some of the other videos in my Logical Fallacy series. There's some good ones in here. I've got a Lee Strobel series, actually, and I hope to see you guys later.